As with any work with young people, awareness of potential risks is an important consideration. Youth work organisations and youth workers have a responsibility to proactively address these potential risks. Online risks for young people should be considered in the same way as offline risks. Youth work services need to decide on the right balances between controlling access to the internet and technology, setting rules and boundaries, and educating young people and staff about responsible use. Youth work organisations should be aware that young people and youth workers will never be able to avoid being exposed to risks 100%, both on and offline. The important role of youth work services is in empowering and educating young people so that they are equipped with the skills to make safe and responsible decisions, as well as to feel able to report any concerns. Here are some points to consider when setting up a workable policy. Define specific procedures and codes of conduct for young people and staff to follow that outline what's acceptable behaviour online and what's not. Engage all relevant parties, including youth workers, volunteers, organisation management, parents and young people in this process. Link your online safety policy with your safeguarding policy and make sure youth work staff are aware of reporting procedures for online abuse. If your organisation is just building such a policy, keep it practical and useful for your work. It should help youth workers and young people to know what's expected of them and how to address any instances of misconduct online. Additionally, consider creating a statement of acceptable use of internet and social media, which can be signed by young people and their parents or carers. Youth workers increasingly use social media and chat apps to keep in contact with young people in digital youth work settings. Agree parameters for youth workers and volunteers on accessing and communicating with young people on online platforms. Will this be limited to normal office hours, work devices or personal ones, or both? When setting up communication platforms, develop systems ensuring the transparency of how youth workers use them. For example, at least 2 members of staff should have access to an account. Online chat apps can pose an increased risk to young people due to their more private nature. Messages, images and videos can be shared privately or in groups set up by users. Clear boundaries should be set for youth workers about how they can use chat apps to communicate with young people. This guidance should be written into your online safety and social media policy and can be included in your acceptable use statement. Agree on procedures for using online video meeting tools. This could include having 2 members of staff dial into a session, even if one is only observing. Optional guidance could include how to keep video calls safe from unwanted external intrusion, how to keep conversation respectful, and principles about recording, file sharing, and so on.